Hi, and welcome to my library database management system developed using Python. Now I'm going to demonstrate how this works. You can always add data if you want. Let's assume, let's say it's a lecturer, and reference number and title, let's say it's a doctor, and the name of this doctor is Adewale. Right, maybe surname might be Thomas. Okay, now address, let's say 35 straight. Where is that? Let's say we'll show you Lagos. And PO box, let's say that. Oh no. Mobile number. Right. And the book. Let's say that's the ISBN number. And the title of the book, let's just call it Flight. Yeah, Flight, that's fine. And author. Let's say the author is Tommy later. Borrowed date. Let's make that today's date anyway. And date due. Let's say this is the date due. Can be on date 11th. And that would be how many days? Days on loan will be 10. Return late fine is £2. Okay, due date is due on every day, and that's the cost of the book. Right, so all you then need to do is just to click on add, and there, that's Dr. Adewale Thomas details there, and we can view his details right in here. Is there somewhere? Yeah, there we go, look at it. Okay, we can select and search for other library users. Okay, and we can also update if we want. Okay, like this guy now, you can just update his details to maybe Sally Jones, and that's title Maze, name is Tina Sally Jones, something like that. Address always goes, and there maybe London. Postcode and mobile number. Book, let's say it's a maths book. Cut that off. Maths book. Author Kings. Date 2019, and date due. Okay, and date due, let's make that. Now how many days would that be? That's 20. Dates to return the book. The fine will be £2. Date to return the book. Cost of this book there. And we can just click on update for that, and that's it there. Okay, we can also go back there and search for others, and we can delete. Let's look for any data to delete in here. Let's look for an inconsistent one. Look at that. There, gone. Okay, we can exit if we want, or stay put. So what I'm going to do now is to take you guys straight into Python development environment, and we'll put one of these together. Okay guys, let's start with the development of a new Python library project. So I'm going to start by entering from let's say tick enter. That's tick enter. We need to import all of the above. And the first thing I like to also do is I'm going to import the tick enter message box. There should be space here, so let's import. There will be tick enter dot message box. Right, that is done. Now let's start. I'm gonna give it, or let's create a class library. I'm gonna call it there. That's the name of my class. The next thing is I'm gonna define the following function: underscore init, and let's say self comma root, and close that, enter semicolon there. The next thing is we say root self.root equals root itself, and let me define my title. Self.root the title equals, I'm gonna call it library database management system. There, we need to close that really. Right there. Now the next thing is, what about my geometry? Let's say roots self.root dot the following geometry. Yeah, so y there, and it's going to be 1350 by 750 plus 0 for the coordinate. Close that. Now I'm going to declare the next thing I want to do. This is very important. I'm going to declare my variables. This very first one is going to be member type. Okay, MTY means member type. I'm declaring it like that because of the database itself will be too long, so I'm just using abbreviation for all of this. The next one is going to be reference, and so on. So I'm going to have to speed that up right now. Alright guys, those are all my variables in place that I intend to use for this database project. So the next thing I'd like to do now, let's take it up so that you can see that. Right underneath here I'm going to create frames. That would be for my frames, and the first part of the frame, that's going to be the main frame. I'm going to call it main frame, and that main frame is going to be known as the widget is frame, and that is going to be resident inside self.root. Let's correct the spelling. Self.root, then main frame dot grid there. Now I'm going to also create a title frame, and this title frame widget is going to be frame as well, so it's going to be right inside the main frame. If you notice, main frame is inside the root, while the title frame is inside the main frame. As for the title frame, I'm going to add a little border of 2 equals 2, and enter a comma there. Let's get it padded to the left axis. I'm going to make that approximately 40, comma, get it padded to the y-axis, make that 8, comma, then BG color, background color, I'm going to make that candidate blue there. Now the next thing I intend to do is to get it raised as one of the attributes, equals rigid. There, close the bracket. Now let's say title frame is going to be, copy that, paste it here, title frame dot path, and it's going to be right at the top. That should be uppercase. There you go. Alright, now the next thing is inside the title frame I'm going to create my widget for, let's say, self dot lbl title equals widget label, and label is going to be inside title frame, comma, let's say the font is going to be approximately, okay, let's go for area, and the size will be approximately maybe 46, comma, make that 46, and it should be bold. Close that. Now let's enter a comma there, and the text on it is going to be known as library management system or library database management system. Copy all of this, come right down here, paste. There we go. Now that is done. Let's add an S to that, close that. And the next thing is self dot lbl title dot grade, let me say, I'm going to say strictly equals west. There. So that's one of the frames. So I'm going to speed up the rest of the frame and get back to you guys. Okay, all of the frames are in place now, so you can have a good look at it. I'm gonna take it down a little bit more so that you guys can see it. There we go. So before I continue, let's try out the system, but then I have to save it first. Let's say if name equals main column there, and let's say the root equals tk, and application equals library root. Then let's ask it main.loop. There we go. I'm going to save this as a library management system, then we take it from there. Let's say we go to file, save as. So this is going to be right inside. I'm not going to save it in here because I want to show you guys one or two things. So let's come in here, create a new folder, and I'm going to call it pi underscore YouTube library database. Okay, I'm going to save it inside a pi underscore YouTube library database. So give it a name. Let's just call it library database or library data. That's fine. Okay, click on save. There. Right. So I'm going to run it now. Okay, click on run, and let's see. There we go. That's how it looks like. You can see I have library membership information there and the book details here. This is just another frame. Okay, there's an empty frame here that you guys will not be seeing, so let's close that. Now the next thing I want to do is to start developing my widget. Have a good look at these lines of code first. Okay. However, if you're a member of the channel, you will be entitled to these lines of code only for the members. Alright, now let's come right down here and add the res widget there. There we go. This will be for labels and text widget. Labels and entry widget is called right there. Okay. Alright, I'm going to start by entering the first of the widgets. So I'm going to say self dot lbl member type equals label, and label is going to be right inside data. Okay, data frame left. Right, copy that, paste that in here. Right, and the font, let me copy font here. I'm going to make the font about 12. And what else do we need for this? Next thing we need, I'm going to say go for the text, and the text is going to be known as member type. Right, close that and get it padded. Pad to the left axis, x axis will be 2 and y axis will be 2 as well. And the next thing is, let's go for the background color. I'm going to come right down here, let's say BG. I'm going to make that candidate blue as well. Let's copy that and paste there, and that will be all for that. Let's say self.member dot grade. I'm going to enter that in row 0, column 0 of my frame, and let's say strictly equals west. Right. Okay, before I run this, let me correct some minor error here. There's supposed to be 0, and get rid of that. Yeah, and there should be an equals here. Okay, I think that's fine. Let's run it and see how that looks like. There we go, guys. Now I'm going to copy this and just change the widget of this there. I'm going to change the widget, the very widget, to entry, and let's make this txt, and this will be txt as well. Okay. Alright, the other thing I'll need to do is, let's change it so that I will understand. Okay then. Right, txt and type, and I need to get rid of this and change that to variable. Text variable equals my very first variable, that is known as mty, and that is it right up here, mty. Okay, bring it down. Mty will also be the name of my database. But let's keep going. Then the next thing is, I don't think I need this one, pattern. I don't even think it's part of the properties. Equals, let's say width is 25, and that will be all for here. Background color, no background color for that. Now position, that will be 1. Get rid of strictly west. Okay, I'm going to try this out and I'll then speed it up, because all we're just doing is copying and pasting. There we go, look at that. my label and my text. Now close that. Now all we just need to do now is copy and paste. Copy, paste, and change the details around. So if this is 0, this will be 1, and this will be 1 as well. So if I run it now, this is what you guys will see. You see that? So I'm gonna have to speed it up and get back to you shortly. Okay guys, I've finished up with the labels and the entering widgets. Okay, let's take it down so that you guys can see the lines of codes. There they are. I'll bring it down. I guess you can see it's all the same. All I've just changed is the names. All the changes mean are just the names. Okay, we're almost there now. Let's bring this down so that you can see the rest of it. Okay. However, if you're a member of the channel, all you have to do is to pay £4.99, and these codes will be yours. Alright, so I'm going to now run it and you guys see how it looks for now. There we go, that's how it's looking for now. So I'll call this the end of the very first part of this tutorial and get back to you guys shortly.